In 2012, Nigeria witnessed the worst flood disaster in history. Though this year is yet to witness such magnitude of flooding, the rate of flood raises concern on what is being done to avert the situation. My guest is from the Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency. Hello there, thank you for joining me on the program this week. I'm Gloria Umezuke. Thousands of houses, farmlands and properties worth billions of naira, over 100 displaced persons across 11 states and over 50 deaths are some of the disasters experienced across the country as the 2015 flood takes its toll on the country. While the interview segment we have this week takes a look at how the flood disaster can be averted. But up ahead. Residents of Kaduna, Kebbi, Edo and many more states have been recounting their ordeal after the communities were ravaged by flood. Take a listen. The Nigerian Hydrological Services Agency had warned that the gradual release of water from the Lagdo Dam by neighboring country Cameroon would lead to flood in communities on the banks of the nation's major rivers, Benue and Niger, as well as other rivers. The agency had warned that the flood would affect communities in 12 states. The warning became necessary to avoid the 2012 flood disaster, which affected an estimated 7 million people in about 30 states. This is Yahaya Dauda, a resident of Kaduna, and he is counting his losses after a build-up of the Kaduna River that led to flooding that destroyed his home. Like Yahaya, residents of Kaduna want the government to do something about the situation.
We've been seeing flood in Kaduna, but this time around, this is the worst we've ever seen. My house is high and it has never come as close as even my staircase. But at the time I left this house, it was already above my nail. So you can see that this time around it was really, really, really bad. My car is was submerged in water when it happened. And I've lost, my greatest loss were my books. I lost so much of them. Yes, there will be flood, but I expect government to be more proactive. One, maybe dredge the river or clean the waterways. That's why I have problem with even the citizen too of Nigeria, because in the past, Kaduna River used to be very deep, but they filled the river with dirt. And all our drainage system are all blocked.
In Kaduna alone, more than 30,000 people have been forced out of their homes and over 2,000 houses have been submerged. In close by Kebbi, the flood destroyed farmlands.
The flood has been increasing over the day. Since yesterday, towards the evening yesterday, we noticed that the water was rising. But this is a Fadama area where they do rice plantation. But as you can see, the green area is just very scanty now because of the water. The water has flooded virtually everywhere around and is still extending. We hope that the government will speedily come to the rescue of the people or the residents of this area, because the water has not stopped flowing. It has increasingly continued to flood the whole area, and we don't know what will happen anytime soon, because the areas affected are much. It's not just like this is Birnin Kebbi, over to the other side is Bunza local government, and it covers a whole lot of other villages, and there are residents very close to the place where the flood is affected.
We need to assist our government to make a better culvert, because of the risky of the water. So we need the assistance from government.
The federal government in 2012 spent over 17 billion to tackle the effects of the flood disaster, while about 360 lives were lost and properties estimated at 2.6 trillion naira were destroyed. It is therefore hoped that the present administration will take steps to avert the looming disasters from the flood.